Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Slow you down there. Like that. And then I will go and get that one on. I won't take the front weight with me. I'll leave the front weight behind, because I'm not going to need the front weight for the roller. That's not going to make any difference to that. Gather you in there, and then I can take off that basket on the front, like that, and I'll just have it like this. So I need to go and find a roller. Contract is 80% complete down there, so you just shut that one off. I have to get fuel. I have to get fuel as well. This one is now finished. I must remember to get fuel. That's going to be the important thing. We've got the money as well. We've got 19,000 euros at the moment. It's a good job we did go and find those rare truffles, because we have eaten into that money a bit. But, I mean, that's actually, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So, there is that one finished. The 6230 did a fantastic job right there. I'm very pleased with that one. So, we've got cultivated... Field 19, job done, another 3,270. I will collect that. And now we've just got field 6 up here. It's 85% complete on that. We're now up to 22,700. So we've got a good... We got income now. We've got money coming in from these jobs. Let's get you. And we're going to go for a little jaunt down the valley again. Once again, herring off down the hillside at breakneck speeds. Like some kind of insane lunatic behind the wheel. I'm not sure I would last very long on hills like this in real life, if I was going to try and drive like this. I wouldn't. I've had quite a bit of experience with hills. Driving on them like that is generally not a good idea. Unless you got a long run out at the bottom. And even then, if you have got a long run out, you still don't necessarily want to drive too fast on a hill. Because if you make the slight... Like, if you're driving fast down a hill and you've got a heavy trailer on the back, even if you have got a nice long run out, you don't need to press the brakes. You don't need to do any kind of stops of any kind. If you make the slightest just... turn with your steering wheel, that could be enough to sort of start the trailer fishtailing you just a bit, and then that's it. It will be all over. Like, it does not take much for a very, very nasty accident to happen if you're going fast down a hill with really heavy machinery. I've not actually seen it take place. I've certainly felt the wobble of driving too fast down a hill. But, you know, been able to bring it under control when I was a teenager and thought I knew better than anybody else and knew everything and there was nothing I couldn't do. Also, just inexperience and thinking, yeah, I can drive off down this hill at fair speed because I got a nice run out down the bottom, not taking into account the other bits, like, you know, the tractor wobbling. So I've had those kind of things. I have experienced some of them, and it scares you straight. Trust me on this, it does. It genuinely scares you straight. Like, you don't try and do that afterwards. You be a bit more careful. However, if you've got the right conditions, you can go fairly fast down the hill. Now, you are still able to go fairly fast down the hill if you really want to. Now then, 41,000 for that roller right there, or 140,000 for that one. Both of which are a wee bit expensive. It's a lot of money for a roller, isn't it? Now, fortunately, we've got these mods over here. And this is one that I was looking at in the Elm Creek series. And I really, really liked that one. I thought that was an awesome roller. Now, this one here is very much like the concrete roller that we've already taken up the hill. No, it's not. It's different. That's a 4 meter and that's a 3 meter. Accessory design. Oh, I see. Ah, cool. So that's just a single width on there. This is the one that's very much like the one that we had. Because you can have a flat roller like that. Smooth roller. You can have a tooth. Or you can have the Cambridge rolls. So the smooth is 100 the frame. Left fold, right folded, 2 arms folded. Like that. I would actually like to have a gang of 3 rollers. And I feel that this time is the time to do it. Now, it's going to be a slow run getting this up the hill. But I still think it's going to be worth it. So I'm going to buy that one with the 2 arms on it. Yes. It's a little bit more expensive to buy that one. That was 7,100. And then I'm going to go for standard smooth roller. 5,100. I'm going to buy 2 of them. So I'm spending 15 grand on our roller setup, which is expensive. I will admit that that is expensive, but I'd like to do this. I really want a gang of rollers, and we've not used them anywhere, and I feel that this gang of rollers is going to be worth it, because we're going to want to do more than just rolling this one field. Alright, we're going to want to roll this field again. I don't think we're going to be in a position at any time soon where we're going to be leaving the map. Like, I don't think we're going to be leaving the map before we've done another harvest, which means that we will want the rollers again. And I don't want to be waiting around to do all of the rolling of the field with just a small roller. So, doing it this way, you put the 3 of them in a line like this for transporting them. And then you unfold this roller. And then you have one on each of those tails stuck out on the sides. There we go. We'll put that one on there like that. Now, go there like that. Just unhitch that one so I can get that bucket on front. I need to go and get that one and pick that one up. We've got our... Oh! The other tractor is finished. I might be able to actually have that tractor make his way back up to our farm. So I'm just going to put that bucket on there, like that, and going to want to be able to pick up the seed on the way home. So this one we're going to have to drive ourselves. I mean, it's going to be going slow anyway. So there's that final job is finished. I'm just going to jump over to our tractor, which is all the way down. Oh, actually, that's going to be fine. I can jump onto, just go onto the road over here. I'll put it onto the road there, and then I can get it set up, and we can get started. Okay. Yeah, real life interrupted. Let's just collect that one. So we got the last payment there is 1,600, so it's only a small payment there for that small contract. But we've now got 5.5 grand after buying our rollers. We will go into this screen right here. I've got... that tractor is selected all the way up there. I will do the usual. I will park it here. I'm not going to try and put it down over here because it doesn't like it, but it does seem to be able to get up that bit of hill. So we'll go here. We'll set destination, and I'll set my target there like that. Hopefully, it will be able to figure that out. There he goes. Okay, I love the echo underneath the building right there. I'm not really sure what this guy is doing. Doesn't seem to like this particular bit of road that we're on. Is he going to be able to figure the rest out? It's coming out onto this road. That seems a bit better. Right, okay, so there's I think it's because there's like pre-programmed routes and stuff. Anyway, we'll get our 3 rollers. I'm really excited to get these up. I know. I never actually thought that I would say something along the lines of I'm really excited to get 3 rollers going in a field. How fast can we go? I'm a bit concerned about the speed I'm able to drive with these rollers. Have I got... Let's just go here a minute. Hire worker. Oh, that's the bucket on there. Change driving direction. Oh. If I unfold the rollers, that doesn't seem to make a difference to the speed I can go with them. Let's move out of the way. Oh, because I don't have access to the land. Right, I'm going to fold it back up again. I think it's just because we don't have access to the land. That's why it's sort of being a bit funny with us. Can I pick up that seed? Really? Oh. Because we don't own that land, I won't ever be able to... That seed is there forever now. That seed is there forever. The rollers have decided that they're not actually... Because we don't own the land, I'm guessing that's why they're not working. They're not doing anything. I'm just able to run along as fast as I like. That's weird. I wonder if I should be able to pick up the seed that is at the bottom of our hill. I can't pick the seed up that's next to the shop. Even though I could tip the seed out there, I can't pick up the seed. Again, slightly weird. At least I'm able to travel. These rollers are probably smashed into little tiny pieces by now. Doing this. Like, this is definitely not going to be doing them a lot of good. Oh, that's fantastic. We got roller drift now. You know, Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. I've done tractor drift before now, and we've done trailer drift. I've never done roller drift. I've never actually done drifting with rollers. You could set up a bigger gang of rollers with this. Can I gather that up? Nope. That ain't happening. That is just not happening on there. Alright, so we got one last chance, and that is to go and get the little bit of seed that would be left over up here. So the two lots of seed there, the dump by the road, we will never be able to pick them up. That's going to be stuck there until the end of time, which is a bit of an... I'm a bit annoyed that we were able to tip it out there, but we can't go and gather it up. That I can pick up, which is 127 litres, that's all. It's not a lot. And here we own these fields, and so we are able to roll. And it's limiting us to the 15 kilometers an hour, but at least we are able to, like, use it. It is moving. Our other tractor is driving along the road as well. I don't know where it is. I was wondering if maybe we could see it from up here, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. It's going to be too far away for us to be able to see anything. 127 litres of seed. A whole pallet of 1,000 litres of seed was accidentally tipped out. Well, it was accidentally tipped into that sugar beet cradle thing, the stone cradle. And all we've been able to rescue is 127 litres that was on our own land. The rest of it, because of game mechanics, we'll never be able to pick up. That's kind of disheartening. It is a little bit annoying. I'm not entirely thrilled at that, but well, I guess that's just the way it is, isn't it? Not a lot that we can do about it. We'll just have to put up with it. So, with this bucket, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to unhitch those rollers there a second. And then I'm going to bring the bucket over here. I'm going to tip that one. I'm not going to tip it out. I'm going to leave it there. And then I'm going to back up here. Actually, I'm going to put this one over a bit further. AI worker has been blocked. Oh, I was going to say he's still going. He's not now. He's on 0 kilometers an hour. He's blocked by an object again. We're going to have to go and rescue him, I think. He's probably over on the side of the hill where he got last time, and he's just stopped there. So, while he's blocked, he's not moving. He is still a hired help, so he's still costing us money. But, yeah, there we go. He got further than he did last time. Definitely got further than he did last time. I'm going to bring it to that point right there, and let's try that again. He's not got very far to go. I'm confident in his abilities to do that last bit. I'm not confident. He's just not going to do it. Alright, so the last little bit we will do ourselves. We'll drive him up here. Hasn't actually got very far to go, and I want to get going with these rollers. I want to unfold them and get going. However, I'm just going to drive this one up the hill to our farm up there, and then, oh, yeah, he struggled to get past this bit anyway. It's this bit of road here he struggles with the most. I won't be getting going with the rolling until I do my next lot of recording, which I'm about to, because I'm about to stop. So there may be some new interesting mods next time. I'm not showing you as many of the mods now because a lot of them are similar mods to what we've already got. There's more cultivators, more seed drills, more trailers and tractors. So we're building up a wider selection of all of the different machinery that we've got. So if there's anything particularly interesting by the time I'm recording again, I will show you, but otherwise we will not worry about it too much. We'll just sort of settle with this. We really should have a track that comes down from the greenhouses down to here, so that we can, because we use that road quite a bit, especially with our trailer when that one's loaded up. That one drives out down that way. So I really do think that we should have an extra track that goes that way. Right, let's bring you up to there. I didn't actually mean to do that, but that's because it's actually field underneath that one, so it's just, well, at least we know where the cultivator is. We'll be able to easily find it. Right, rollers. I skipped the night because of all the rain, so we are now going to grab our rollers and go racing off up. I'm thinking that maybe we should try and grab that weight first. I'll tell you what, let's try and slow this down a little bit. Okay, so I want to do that. And my rollers are going to try and roll away down the hill, which is not very helpful, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Then I can grab the front weight, and then we can come back and hopefully get these rollers hooked on. Every time I get close to them, they're running away. Okay, we got the rollers. So we want to get these up to the field up there, and I'm really, 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 really hoping I forgot to get fuel. I meant to get fuel. I was supposed to get fuel for this tractor, and I didn't. I've got no fuel. We will do that eventually. We will, at some point, remember to actually get the fuel that we're supposed to get and, you know, do something with it. But that day is not today. Now then, to start with, we want to just see if it rolls. It does, it rolls. Look, it actually rolls. So what we want to do is I want to unhitch that one. And then I'm going to drive round like this. And I'm going to unhitch the next one. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? Is if I switch to that one and I unfold it, gives me a rough idea. So it's out. So I need a roller's width in between the two, and I should then be able to hook both of them on at roughly the same time. So I can drop that one there, look. So if I switch to that one and we drop that one there, and then I'm hoping I can reverse these rollers up, or this roller up, and I can get those other two. Now, of course, reversing a roller is never an easy task. It never sort of follows the normal rules of physics that happen with reversing anything, and it's designed to make you want to weep tears of rage and frustration. And I actually had it in the right place. There we go. Right. Okay, we can stop weeping our tears of rage and frustration, and we now have a 3-gang set of rollers that are able to do a reasonable turn of speed. This isn't bad. This is actually pretty cool. I like this. I do. I like this. This is actually pretty awesome. So let's just do that. You know why I'm doing that? Because I want to be able to see this in you know, as like a screenshot type situation. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm not. It's quite high on the tractor as well, so I'm thinking that maybe it would actually be better if we were to use the small tractor for these. Let's just see what the small tractor is like. So I don't want that one, I want this one. This might be a better tractor for it, because it's not going to be lifting the machine. It's not going to be lifting the drawbar right up into the air, which I think overall will give a better result. So we'll try that. We'll scramble up here. I'm going to slow down the passage of time to 2 times speed for a minute. And drag this one all the way up. And we'll come over here. And then we can carry on with our rolling. We've got to finish the rolling today, because otherwise the crop will start to grow and then you can't roll it. It's got to be done before the crop sprouts. So if I go here and unhitch that one, how much is that going to go? That's just taking off across the field now. This is ridiculous. I know that, like, the physics do make some things move a little bit, but this is... Let's hook that on quick before I probably should have done that in a better place. I probably shouldn't have done that there. So we're just going to have to go back round a minute. And it does actually seem to be better positioned. It's not brilliant still, but it does seem to be better positioned than what it was before. So I'm going to swing around like that, and off we go. We're now rolling. And we're rolling properly. We've got the small tractor on it. I do think this one's slightly better suited to it. We've got the Antonio Carraro DLC out now, and like some of those vehicles would be quite cool for this series. Well, two of them, although we've already got the Mahindra, so that's kind of one of them. I haven't actually got that DLC pack activated on this map, so it doesn't really matter at the moment. But the small old Antonio Carraro, the Super Tiger one, which is the orange one, if you go back and you watch my look at it in Elm Creek series, right, I'm going to just move this one off the field. It's going to be in the way otherwise. We'll drive it down here. And yeah, the Antonio Carraro Super Tiger, it's the old one. It's like 7,500, so it's quite cheap. It's only 38 horsepower, but that 38 horsepower is actually reasonably powerful horsepowers, and it does seem to work quite well. I've sort of tested it out with a couple of different things, and I'm quite pleased with the results with it. So I sort of think it would be nice to use in this series, but I don't actually think that I want to use it in this series. Maybe we'll use it as a starting vehicle for our next series or something like that. Because it's so cheap, it is one that is quite well suited to a hardcore series, at least just as a starting off machine. Also, unfortunately, there are those of you who really don't like John Deere, and I get that, but these John Deeres here are really cheap. This is only 15,000, this one. It's a small tractor, it's relatively low horsepower, but it's also really, really cheap. This is only 15,000 euros, which is a really, really good tractor. So this one could very well end up being in future series as well, although there's no guarantee of that. Like, there are other options that we can use. So those of you who really, really don't like John Deere, you know, we're not necessarily always going to go with the John Deere, but we will sometimes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of bring it out like this. I'm curious if the hired help is going to cope with our chain gang of rollers or not. Like, whether or not it would be able to deal with it. You could have 5 rollers in a gang if you wanted to. You'd have 2 more of the one that we got on the front. You have 2 more of those, and then just sort of extend them out a bit more. Although I'm not sure how well that would work. If you've got one of the rollers, yeah, if you've only got one side hooked up, like, you haven't got an even pull on the rollers, so having 5 might not work very well. It might cause issues. I'm not sure about that. That would be something that's worth testing at some point. Maybe I think we'll test that on the Elm Creek series, because that's our testing series. This is not a testing series. This is a sensible, serious series. So we're supposed to do serious, sensible things on this one, because that's what it's all about. So we won't do the testing. We'll do some testing, don't we? We'll do bits here and there. Calmlands has had an update, so the next place, because I did say that, I was seriously considering going to No Man's Land, because, it's really good. We can sort of build everything up from scratch. I didn't want to go to a specialist forestry map like Umbrian Valley or the Chainsaw Valley or anything like that. Those of you who watch Elm Creek will know that I've been talking at the end of the week about whether or not what I do with the next series, and I'm talking about using that kind of play around series to build a whole town. And so something like one of the forestry maps I think would be a good challenge for that, but that's on the play around one, so we can sort of use giant mulchers and just delete trees and stuff like that if we want to, if we get bored with it. Whereas I didn't really want to do that in the hardcore series, because the Boulder Canyon, carving everything out from the forestry area, did get a little bit tedious, and I don't really want to do that again. But something like Calmlands or the other one, No Man's Land, they don't have as many trees, so it's better suited, I feel. Right, we've got the hired help going on this. I just want to see how he copes with it. So he's come all the way to the end of the row there, and now he should turn. Now, is he going to be able to cope with turning this many, and is he going to be able to recognize the width of it? He did recognize kind of the working width of the machine. He is actually recognizing the full working width of the machine. I did wonder if he would only recognize the middle roller, but he's not. He's doing the whole lot, which is actually really, really good. I'm quite impressed with that. So there's our rollers. Whole chain gang. We might actually have that as a screenshot rather than what I did before. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's working really nicely. So I said I would only consider Calmlands if it had an update on it, because there's always issues, teething problems with a map after it's released, and it's if the person who releases the map releases an update for it to correct those early teething issues, it shows that they're invested into the map and they care about it and so on. And I've always taken it as sort of a good sign if a map gets an update, and that's kind of like the first bit that I always use. Most of the maps on ModHub have actually had an update. The people who created them have put a lot of time and effort into them, and are continuing to put the time and effort into them by correcting all of those early bugs that turn up. So Calmlands had its initial update. There may be future updates, I don't know, but I'm quite happy with it having just had one, and I'm thinking that's where we're going to go after this. I had some feedback about how long we should stay here, whether we should impose. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.